Hi guys, we are here just doing a quick review on this Spirit Tarot card deck. It's from the Halloween store, and it comes in this little box. It's a very non-traditional, and I'll show you when I review the cards individually. I'm just going to go through them kind of quickly just to show you. But it's from I had never seen them before. I didn't even know they had tarot decks. But I do collect them. So yeah, guys, welcome back to the channel. Those of you that are visiting again, thank you very much. And those of you that are new, welcome to my channel. Everything about tarot decks, tarot readings. Welcome community. I love you guys and thanks for the support. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you like the content. Again, this is a review of the Spirit Tarot cards deck from the Spirit Halloween store. So yeah, so it comes in this little box. So I bought it secondhand from an online vendor. I think I paid like 15 bucks for this. That's probably maybe what they go for at the store retail. I am not sure. Since these Spirit Halloween stores are seasonal here in California. We don't have them all the time. So I'm going to start with the back of this. A review of the back of this card. It's shades of blue, pretty blue, and you have a lot of little, little symbols throughout the card as well. Like you'll see this and you'll see this throughout the cards on the corners and these. So this is the upright position. This is the reverse. So, some decks, you can't tell when you're shuffling them because the back is all the same, so you're not able to tell. This one you would be able to tell because, like the arrow is pointing upward towards the moon, and this is the upright position. So if the moon is on this bottom left corner, you know that it's a reversed card. So for those of you that like to do reversed or non-reversed, if that bothers you, that's something that you would need to take under consideration. For me, since I just collect these cards, I don't necessarily do readings with all of my decks. I only do readings with the ones that I connect with, but I do like to check them out, like I said, to grow my collection. So if you have any decks, any cards that you want to get rid of and you want to donate to me, they would be going to a wonderful, wonderful, loving home. I do take care of them. I keep them in a nice little spot, so they do give them the respect and love that they deserve. I especially collect, love to collect everything, but I do have a special place in my heart for the out of print, just like all the other tarot collectors, tarot deck collectors. So the card stock, so it doesn't have, any special embossing or on the edges. It's somewhat of a shiny card stock. It's a little bit thicker than the traditional like Rider White decks. It's a little bit thicker cardstock, and there's a sheen or shine to it. So I'm going to start with just going through each card, and they are somewhat of an order. They're not in particular order, like numbered from from 0, starting, from the like the major arcanas. They're not in that order, but they are grouped by by the element, right? So like all the wands, all the swords, blah, 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 blah. And like I said, this is a very non-traditional deck. It does not follow by any means the Rider-Waite style. So this would be a little bit more of a challenging deck to do readings with, but the art is beautiful. I do love this art. It's just absolutely wonderful. And I've noticed that we'll start with the swords just because not there's no reason at all. This is just how they were, how I stacked them when I was going through them. So this is the second time that I will be actually looking at these cards again for the second time. And the art is very interesting. It's very appropriate to Halloween, spookiness, you know, all that good stuff. That spirits and goblins, and you'll see. And the other thing that I want to say is it doesn't so if again, if you're wanting to relate to this deck in terms of like the traditional artwork um based on the Rider-Waite, you're not going to find that. As you can see, the swords, I noticed that the sword the swords are tend to be more like magical, more um happy, like the Eight of Swords, for instance. If we're familiar with the Eight of Swords, um the Eight of Swords is not a very happy card, but look at this. It's a Pegasus. It almost looks like a unicorn, without the horn. It's a rainbow. In this Pegasus is dance flying in the nighttime with all these stars, and this is just a beautiful card to me. It brings me have you know feelings of joy and whimsicalness, and then some of them are really spooky. Like I noticed like the wands, which is the fire sign cards, they're pretty spooky. And so I'm trying to just absorb everything. So this Page of Swords is the headless horseman, so I can see how this can relate. It's also, again, it's at night, and you see all the little fireflies in the background. This, it's the Page of Swords that's very, I can see how I can relate a little bit to the Rider-Waite. The Knight of Swords. So again, so let me just show you the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords. Usually in the Rider-Waite, the Page of Swords is not on a horse. The Knight is always riding on a horse, but in this deck it's reversed. So the knight he's not a rider. He is obviously on foot, right? And he looks a little aggressive there. And there's fire. So, and he does have a sword, but to me, the fire element in this card, I'm not sure what, the illustrator, you can see a dragon's paws or feet here kind of coming toward this Knight of Swords. And then this is the little symbols I was talking about on the corner. On the lower right hand corner, each card has one or two, some of them have nothing. And it didn't come with an instructional booklet, unfortunately. So I'm not too sure if somebody knows what that means. The meaning of those. Let me know. The Knight of Swords. I think he is so cool. This is really it's a Viking. And it's pretty appropriate to someone that is an air sign. It's a masculine, very masculine air sign. The Four of Swords. So resting again. This one's a little bit related, but again, that fire in the background kind of throws me off a little bit. Nine of Swords. Five of Swords. This is pretty. This almost reminds me of the Temperance card. But the Five of Swords, you know, and on this card, it's also, it has angel down here. And then again, there's the little symbols down here on the corner. So each card has Three of Swords. You know, in the traditional Rider Wyatt, it's, you know, it's the heart with the three swords stabbing the heart. This one is an alien, and that's the name of this card. A key, you know, every card has a key word at the bottom. And then also at the very top, you have the swords, the corresponding sign, corresponding element to each card. This is the Two of Swords, a ghost. Queen of Swords. Again, right? Very different, very different. Six of Swords. Seven of Swords. This one is kind of walking all over, and he's got a human and a sheep. One on each hand. Ten of Swords. Ace of Swords. The Page of Cups. This one almost, to me, would seem like a fire sign card, but, you know, what do I know? Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups also, you know, traditionally the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, those are happy cards, right? Like emotional fulfillment. But this Ten of Cups is like, it's a little spooky, you know? It almost like, look at all that water in the background. It's like very stormy. And then there's this like dragon with sharp teeth. I'm just not sure, you know? It's beautiful art, don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to grasp everything. The Two of Cups is a single woman riding on a unicorn. And the Two of Cups in the traditional deck is, you know, two humans holding a cup and kind of, you know, looking and facing each other. Nine of Cups. Again, this is another one where the Nine of Cups is supposed to be like a happy, almost reaching your fulfillment of joy. This one is a huge octopus animal breaking a ship. The Four of Cups. Ace of Cups. Giant whale, but it looks like a dragon to me with a fishtail. Queen of Cups. So it's a Medusa-looking creature with long fingers. Three of Cups. A witch. You know, the Three of Cups is more like of a collaboration card in the Rider Wyatt. You know, where you have three people working on a pillar. Seven of Cups. There's a tiny little boat down there with a human and like a tower with a bright, bright shining light. It could almost look like it's fire coming, but I think it's just the light. The Knight of Cups. Looks like a genie with horns. Very muscular genie. Knight of Cups. Interesting. And the Five of Cups is a mermaid. With seaweed on her cell, you know, on her chest and hair and lap. And then there's 2 ships in the background. King of Cups is an orc. The 8 of Cups, pirate. And we move to the pentacles now. So see at the top, you have pentacles instead of swords. And it's 6 of Pentacles right here. It's a female. It's almost, and then she's got that thing in her belly, almost like the Black Widow. Arachne. The Moon is the werewolf. This one to me, I like, you know, it's very relatable to the original Rider Wyatt, except that, you know, you don't have like the dog, and but there's still that moon in the background. And the Chariot. This is an interesting. It's a centaur. Pretty cool. That one again to me reminds me more of this one. Reminds me more of like fire sign, like a Sagittarius character, but the world. I mean, the art on these cards is beautiful, and there's so much going on in each card. Look at that. The Death card. It's very pretty, very pretty. The Devil. It's like so much stuff. Look at that. In his belly, he's got like, it's like a creature within creatures. So he's got a face like Predator almost. See if we can. And then on his belly, he's got like another mouth with 2 eyes. Super long arms with claws. The Star is a tooth fairy. This is really pretty. I really like this one. There's a child with a cat, and the nighttime story, and on the counter, and the teddy bear. And this is very whimsical. This is very pretty to me. Look at the fairy with her heels. The Temperance. This one almost reminds me more of like the Queen of Cups, but I think it's a good representation of the Temperance, except that, you know, she doesn't have like that chalice where she's scooping out the water, but it's still kind of you know, it's still beautiful. She's still beautiful and peaceful and very serene. The Fool is a court jester, but see, it's got some of these don't have a description keyword at the bottom, which probably leads me to believe that there's, I don't know, self-explanatory. It's a court jester, I'm not sure. The Emperor is a Sphinx. This reminds me more like, right, of the Chariot, doesn't it? Right, the Chariot card in the traditional Rider Wyatt. The 6 of Cups. So now we're going to the Cups, and again up here you get the cup, the very top of the card. Yeah, this pretty long hair. And then we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. They're kind of a little bit out of order. This card I really like. Just the artwork. It reminds me of like a musician, performer, magician. Somebody that does, performing. Oh my god. I mean, look at this art. It's just so pretty. The Queen of Pentacles. And she's like this tree woman. Like into nature. So grounded. It's just beautiful. This one, the 4 of Pentacles, doesn't really remind me of anything or, you know, I can't find the connection to the original Rider Wyatt. But, you know, she's reaching for an apple or some sort of tree, and it's the only one up there, and she looks happy. Um, the Five of Pentacles. It's a shaman. Five of Pentacles. Nine of Pentacles is Frankenstein. Look at all the stuff on this card. It's unbelievable. Seven of Pentacles. I believe there's 7 little individual, like dwarf-looking creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7. Turning wheels, cranking things, fixing, chipping away. The Three of Pentacles is a dwarf, and he severed some sort of giant's face or ogre's face, and you can see part of their body in the background over here is part of his boot and his claw. And yeah, the Ace of Pentacles is like a tree creature because it's got a face in the middle. Ace of Pentacles, beautiful card. It's got a lot of gold and greens and oranges, and browns. This deck all throughout the deck. The King of Pentacles is a leprechaun. The Two of Pentacles is an elf with bow and arrow, top of a tree. The Eight of Pentacles. See, this one to me, I don't know. It's pretty spooky, and I can't find the connection to the traditional Rider Wyatt. Knight of Pentacles. There seems to be a battle of some sort, you know. And the Ten of Pentacles. This almost looks like the devil card in the Rider Wyatt, but this one is a Ten of Pentacles. And again, the Ten of Pentacles, to me and a lot of you, it's, financial fulfillment, or being okay financially and stable, in terms of career and, money. Ten of Wands. Now we go on to the Wands, and this is what I mean about the suit, of the fire, the fire element. It's a little bit more spookier than the rest of them, in my opinion, or a little bit more darker, I should say. But look at the art in the back. It's almost like a Monet, moon skies, like a starry night. But the Ten of Wands is a dragon, and the Seven of Wands is a mummy. It almost looks like peaceful and warm and, like, ceremonial. And the Seven of Wands, I don't know, it's to me, it represents more like hard work. And King of Wands, this one's pretty cool. The pyramids in the background, it's deserty, very beautiful. The Ace of Wands, very, very beautiful card. I like this. This is probably my favorite ace card in the deck, compared to the other ones. And then the Page of Wands, a little spooky. Look at, it's almost like this Page of Wands has like some sort of like energy power, magical power, and is lifting up this skeleton from the grave. Very, very, very suiting to, like, again, the Halloween theme. In terms of the Page of Wands compared to the Rider Wyatt, I don't see it. The Knight of Wands, pretty cool. The Three of Wands, this is really cute. I really like this one. Maybe because I've kind of always dreamed of having like a cozy house like that, with like the stone walls. It's a tiny little person. And the Two of Wands, Volcanoes in the background. They're like blacksmiths almost, huh? The Six of Wands. This one intrigues me. And I don't know what to think about this one. The Six of Wands in the Rider Waite is, you know, the card of acknowledgement and success and admiration from others. And this is like a rock mountain person. So it's a creature, but it's part of like a mountain, and it's got, you know, look, and it's got like trees growing from his shoulders and his head. He's made out of boulders, and then there's a person down here at the bottom. Six of Wands. Somebody, I guess maybe that's the person admiring the big boulder man. Oh, the Hermit is almost like a Yeti. That is a Yeti. They're describing him as a Yeti. Justice. This was pretty cute because it reminds me of Superwoman. The Empress. This was kind of spooky, like a man-eater almost. She's chopping a man's head, and it looks like she's almost gonna eat him. And then look at all the people she's taken down below. And the Empress on the Rider Waite is a very beautiful, abundant, prosperous person. The Lovers, a succubus, you guys. Oh boy. He looks dead down there. Look at that. The Tower. The Nine of Wands. Going back to the Wands again. Five of Wands. Right? I mean, Five of Wands, I guess, right? Like the kind of... The Queen of Wands. This reminds me of Maleficent. The Four of Wands. This was real pretty and magical, whimsical. It's the Fairy. The Eight of Wands. So this one, it's actually 9 dragon heads, which I don't know why. I don't know if they intended it to be 8, but there's 9 in here, so that was kind of interesting to me. The Wheel of Fortune is almost like a torturing chamber. The Sun. It's a phoenix. It's a red phoenix. It's pretty. This is pretty, huh? To me, this one would honestly represent, like, this one I feel more as like strength, or, you know, strength and like, you know, rebirth. The Hierophant is a voodoo warlock. The Strength card. Look at that artwork. The sun back there. It's real pretty. Real pretty. Real pretty artwork. Magician. This one almost reminds me of like the Three Wise Men, right? The High Priestess. Really gorgeous. She's a gorgeous woman. Look at that. She's reading the tarot and she's got candles. She's holding a crystal or a sphere or a world. The Hanged Man. And the last card, the Judgment card. So that's it. That's what I have for you guys. That was the just review on the Spirit Tarot cards. Pretty fun little deck, right? I have my favorites and I have my cards. So I definitely want to do more research on this deck. If anybody has any information, if you own one of these decks, I think they have some variations of this deck, but I'm not 100% sure. Please share with us. Let us know what you think about your deck if you have one like it. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful month. Love you guys. Thanks. Bye-bye.